you're coming from, no matter who they think you are.
Mr. Europe! Yeah!
Inner life will take you far. Just listen to your heart, or it can drive you to insanity.
After a really nice time in Stockholm, the guys had to pack their bags and get ready for the next part of the adventure. During the trip, the delegates had time to get to know each other, to relax, but also to get to know this year's team challenge: to stage a fashion show at the local mall in a village in rural Norway with a gay theme and local models. And some of the delegates were really tenuously joking that they now thought they were taking part in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. After a long bus trip throughout Scandinavia, through vast forests and over mountains, the delegates arrived at the village of Oppdal. The delegates were accommodated at the Vangslia mountain cottages, or as one of the delegates exclaimed, "This is like staying at a Disney chalet." It's time to wake up the guys. Did you know that the capacity of Oppdal is 2,274 square kilometers wide, which makes a lot of mountains and wilderness for the scarce 7,000 inhabitants. And this is indeed rustic Norway. So we have numerous reindeers, moose and musk oxes as our close neighbours.
Today we have, well, apparently breakfast at 7:30 was to arrive on the front doorstep, and that hasn't arrived yet. What? Oh. And then we're going to the Viking thing we do, aren't we? Viking graveyard. Then we have our written exam. Then we have free time to start planning the fashion show on Thursday. And then sports challenge.
What do you think the sport challenge will be?
What do I think it's going to be? Well, I hope it doesn't involve any running, because I'm not very good at running. But it probably will be. I don't know, we were saying possibly like an obstacle course is what we think. So we're not really sure.
What do we have for breakfast?
We got bread and sausages and chocolate. What we got more? Eggs. Oh, look at that, nice packets. Of pink eggs. Today we're gonna meet the mayor and our sports challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of that. I'm not kind of the sporty type. But I think it's gonna be a great day.
Did you sleep good?
Yes. Good.
Get your guns, everybody, get your guns.
Well, we've arrived in the beautiful village of Oppdal. We're here at the Viking Centre. Now, the delegates, they're being given a guided tour around a Viking burial site, which dates over 800 years. It could form part of a question as part of a quiz that they're going to be tested on later. So the guys, they're over there now. Let's take a look at them.
And it's about 120 acres big, but we're not going around all of it. It's very big. But they were trading also. Not only we hear about, you know, the plundering. Yeah. They went to Lindisfarne, you know, the island in 793. And we hear about, we can see in written sources that they were coming with the dragon boats. It was fire out of their mouths, and they were plundering the monasteries, you know. So, but in the latest years, we know also much more about the Vikings as tradesmen, as settlers, and how they lived their lives. And the excavating of burials gives us a lot of information all over Scandinavia.
Mr. Gay Europe attempts to include local history and culture into the schedule during the week of the finale, in order to give the delegates some knowledge about the host country. Norway is all about the Vikings, so of course we had to go visit some of them. Naturally though, they weren't very talkative in their burial site, but the local guide became our own hustfru, or chief wife, and she knew a lot about the old Vikings.
Of course, that was, it told you a little bit about your position too. Okay, so now you're standing on a burial. Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
The burial site of Vang in Oppdal is the biggest Viking burial site in Norway. Almost 800 Viking men and women are buried here. Even if Vikings in films and novels mostly are portrayed as savages, killers, plunderers and rapists, they were also skilled farmers, smart businessmen and travellers of the world. Homosexuality was not regarded by the Vikings as evil, perverted or against the laws of nature, and that was something the Christian church introduced. However, the old Vikings did use words like rasraga or arsraider, which is an insult, and being a top was like being a man, and being a bottom was like being a woman. The Vikings could also have rather aggressive views on sex. The sagas mention rape of both women and men as means of sexual humiliation. No, that's not very nice, is it?
We find very small pieces of bones from the people who were buried, only a few grams each, actually. We can see it. The sand is red burn, so that tells us that they were in each burial here. They had this ritual, placing the dead with the nicest things, and they burnt in each and every place here.
Love means to me that you can trust each other unconditionally. And that you support each other. So when I'm in love, I'm not only physically in love, I want to be in love at a higher level. Sounds corny maybe. So love means to me that I can be who I am, that I can achieve what I want, that I have freedom to do anything I want, but that I know unconditionally that I have support and that someone is supporting me, and that someone has my back.
Well, in relationship terms, it's when you obviously, if it's someone that you think about constantly, you care about, basically it's someone who becomes an added part of you. But then unconditional love would be like for a child, which eventually do wish to have one. Love means to me something that love is something where basically you have, it's not just you anymore, it's somebody else as part of you.
And is love important to you in life?
Of course it is, it's important to everyone, I think.
My ability to be creative.
Yeah. So love is ability to be creative.
Yeah. Yes.
What other word would you use to describe love to you?
Respect, actually. I think it's like mutual respect for the freedom of the other person, for what that other person actually is. When you manage to accept his flaws and respect those flaws, I think you love that person.
Mystica Europe is a competition, and in order to find a winner, the delegates take part in different challenges. At the end of the week, all the scores are added up, and the one with the highest score wins. As the competition has evolved over the years, the talent challenge and the swimwear competition, amongst others, have been thrown out of the window. Today, the focus is on social skills, knowledge and communication. And today, at Oppdal, the delegates have to do the written test and the sports challenge. In Oppdal, they take their food traditions seriously, and you can't visit the local museum without tasting their signature dish, a soup made with herbs from the mountains, local vegetables and meatballs from the sheep. Eat up, boys, it's time to meet the mayor.
Welcome all of you to Oppdal and to this museum, which is, I'm sure they have told you a little bit about it already, but it's the buildings here show how people used to live here in Oppdal. And I'm very honored that you have chosen Oppdal as part of your journey now for this competition. here in Oppdal we live about 7,000 inhabitants, a little less than that. So the people of this municipality are they are very proud of their homes, of this place, and they are very used to be able to do everything by themselves. And it could be quite hard. It's up in the mountains. We are more than 500 meters above sea level, so it's very cold here. It's cold in the winter, sometimes it's really cold in the summers too. Maybe some of you think it's cold now. Today is a very nice summer day. Really? Yes, I would say so. Yeah, really. And since you're here on this Mr. Gay Europe, I think that I also want to tell you that, of course, it has been, and maybe for some actually are now too, a challenge to find out that you are a gay person when you live in a small society like ours. Things are changing, but slowly. So the attitudes are getting better. And I hope that you feel welcome here. Yeah. I really hope so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Smile boys, it's time for the press. During the week, the guys get some experience with meeting and dealing with the media. As a spokesperson, it is important to know how to work with the media, whether it be local, regional, national or international. That is, of course, always with a professional attitude, knowledge and respect, and always a smile.
Well, we've had a look around the museum, we've met the mayor and we've sampled some delicious food, but this is where it gets serious. The guys now have to sit an exam, 30 questions. This is part of Mr. Gay Europe.
I'm going to start it. Once you've written your names on, then I'll start it. Okay. You can turn around and on the English one, write your name, please. And your country.
Shh! Now the competition is on, and we can't disturb the delegates. But do you know the answer to who Gilbert Baker was the designer of? Or who or what are the Sami? Or which Scandinavian country is not part of the European Union? Or in which way the USA recognized same-sex marriage? Or which peninsula in southern Ukraine did Russia invade and annex in 2014? Or can you define Brexit? Or do you know where the Stonewall riots took place? And do you know what the capital of Finland is? Oh, you do? Oh, good for you. Those were some of the questions in the written test.
Time. Right.
Congrats, everybody.
So the guys have just finished their exam. Mr. Denmark, how was that for you?
Oh, I'm lucky, I'm pretty.
So was it a bit tough there?
Yeah, it was.
But you are very pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's all that matters, isn't
Yeah.
it? Glitter.
Glitter.
There you are. A few tough questions, Mr. Slovakia?
Yeah, was there some easy question and some harder question, but I think we handle it.
And Mr. Gay Wales.
Yes.
A few trick questions in there?
There were a couple in there, I'm not going to lie. One has really thrown me and I know I've got it wrong, but never mind. And we've been like sort of practicing every day, going through everything. So that's really, really helped us. But yeah, the trick ones you can't prep for. So yeah, I'm not as confident as these guys. But
I'm
yeah.
sure you've all done well. Now, we've got the sports challenge. We don't know what the sports challenge is. So given the option of doing a brand new exam or the sports challenge, which one would you prefer?
Oh, I can sit down and be pretty to the exam, so I'll take
So
that one.
You're going to do the exam again. Yeah, there you are. And yourself? Are you excited about this sports challenge? What are you worried about?
Yeah, I'm excited, but I hope I will not running because that's terrible.
You're not good at running.
No.
And Mr. Gay Wells, what are you worried about the sports challenge?
I just hope there's no handstands, you know? I'm just like, I'm really dreading that bit and I know it's going to be coming, isn't it? Let's be fair. So...
There you go. Let's hope there's no handstands.
Love means to me. Love means to me. It has to be as cliche as friends and family. And they're all the same thing. To me, love is is just the people you surround yourself with and how you're feeling at that time. When you're with people, you have different stages of love. For example, with your partner, there's the sensual side of it all, being with that person, being close, hugging and things like this. But for me, love is just feeling happy. That's true love. And you don't have to be with a partner or with your family 24/7. You can be on your own and completely in love. But that's only because you know you've got them people in your life, or you've had them people in your life. That's what love is. All you need is love.
Love, I actually think, we was by a church the other day, and there was a guy that was asking me one day what God means to me, and I was just, he is with love. And I think love is a feeling you have or you don't have it. I don't think any couples are in love always. I think they can be fascinated about each other, but I also think you can love a friend or love a family member, but not in the way as you are a couple or you are a family. I actually think, I was actually thinking a lot of people are confusing love and fascination. So I think love is a feeling you just can have, and when it can go away again, as far as I come.
I think love is not something special. That's combination of lot of things, and is one more question: what kind of love? Because between mom and son is different love, like between man and man, or between couple, or between just friends. I think love is always about some care, about some, I don't know how can I tell it. It's always about the caring about somebody else, about sharing nice moments with each other. It's about trying to live together. It's about also nights. It's about the hard moments when you can share the hard feeling and help each other. It's combination of everything. It's, if can I say it easily, then I think love is that what make your life easier and nicer.
So we've already done one challenge today, but now it's time for the sporting challenge. And the person who's going to announce it is our personal trainer, Harriet, who looks gorgeous. So tell us what the challenge is.
Today's sport challenge is a race where we go uphill. We're going to test the fitness level of the competitors, and we're going to do it by starting to walk on a trail for 4 times. And the trail consists of rather steep hill climb up that takes around 2 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to follow a path, quite challenging path down towards at the back, and then we're going to do that 4 times.
4 times.
4 times. And the one who is able to save their energy and across the finish line first will win the race.
Okay.
Are you ready? Yes. 1, 2. Good luck.
The guys are coming. We've got Belgium. How's it going? Good. And then closely followed by England. John, are you doing well? Yeah. And here he is, Mr. Bulgaria. How's it going, lad? Deadly. Deadly, deadly. Well, we've had 3 there. We've got Poland just behind, followed by Spain. I think that's Mr. Wales behind. So the guys are coming round. This is lap 1. Remember, they've got another 3 to do. So coming up the hill now, we've got Mr. Poland. How are you doing? There you go, keep running, you're doing great. Now following him is Mr. Spain. We've got Wales there. I think we've got Slovakia, and behind Czechoslovakia. Remember, this is 4 laps. They've only just done 1. 3 more to go, and you can tell that this is a really difficult task. I've just walked halfway up and I'm out of breath. These guys have got to do it another 3 times. And we've got some late entrants here. We've got Mr. Sheep, a very noisy Mr. Sheep, Mrs. Sheep, friend next door, and little Barbara there. And they're running. Go on, get up the hill. Yeah, I feel that way as well. So there we are, we have the Mr. Gay Sheep. They're entering the race as well. Though I think it's going to turn into an obstacle race because the guys are going to have to jump over them. Well done. What do you think of it so far?
How are you feeling? Exhausted, but I defied gravity 4 times, so I'm pretty proud. Yep.
Well, the fact that we all walked the mountain together, we've experienced 2 mountains together this week, one of which absolutely broke us, and another one where we just strolled together. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. One where we all strolled together, talking, and we sort of, wow. Talk about come with emotion. One where we walked up that mountain together, talking, and I just realised somebody had said, oh, what does this symbolise to you? Because I'd said what the sports challenge had symbolised to me, which was just the struggles we've all gone through as a community and as individuals and as human beings.
How are you?
I'm tired. I'm dead.
So there you go. All the delegates did complete the race, running up and down and up and down and up and down the hill, stumbling, gasping for air, slipping and falling and getting up again, helping each other, cheering and celebrating. Who would not be proud of such fine lads?
This competition has matured me as a person, made me find out so much more about myself in just a couple of days. And I think I'm ready now to take on the next big challenge. Bring it on.